Hi guys, I'm here for another quick lesson on pasta. I'm gonna make sesame noodles. It's just so amazing. And basically what we're gonna do is we're going to use linguine. We could use chow mein noodles, we could use a lot of different noodles, but we're going to use so that you would be used. This is obviously Italian dry pasta, but it works well with this recipe, so it's kind of like a combination of two worlds. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mince 6 cloves of garlic, and then we're going to assemble our ingredients, and we'll go through that. So I'll start out with the garlic now, just like I did before. We're going to use our knife. We're going to start chopping it, and you want to get it as small as you can because it's going to be cooked in this sauce, in a liquid kind of sauce. And the sauce is going to be a lot of like soy sauce and oils and stuff like that. And I'll give that information to you in a minute. So I have my 6 cloves of garlic. And the other thing I'm going to have to cut is my green onion, and I'll just go ahead and do that now. It really is, I use about 3 of these little heads of it. I'm going to just cut off the very ends. They were washed and put in the refrigerator yesterday. And I'm going to cut off the actual root end, the onion. Now I can put that in water and it'll regrow. So I'm not going to throw this away. This will be in my, and I'm going to just slice these now. Hold my knife like a pinch. This knife is not as sharp as it should be. We'll talk about that again. And I will start chopping my green onion because this will go as a garnish. Well, actually, you stir it in the last few minutes. I'm going to add broccoli this year because I think it needs something to kind of, you know, break up the very heavy sauce. This is such an easy recipe. And it's so good. Okay, so now we have our onion and our garlic. This is not a recipe you want to make if you want to go out kissing your boyfriend or girlfriend. Not that you're old enough to do that. Okay, so now we're going to set this aside right here, mince in peace, and we're going to start assembling our spice. In a very hot boiling water, we're going to put our box of linguine into the pasta, and we're going to set it for 9 minutes. So I'm going to dump it in, make a mess. I stir it. I add my salt, about a teaspoon. It doesn't have to be exact, so I'm just going to do it with my hand. The salt adds flavor to the pasta. And I'm going to set my timer for 9 minutes.
Thank you. Just give me that.
Okay, guys, I'm here. Now, these have been boiling almost 9 minutes. And like I told you before, can you see? There's the buzzer. Okay, so this is linguine. This is not noodles. This is pasta. I have an audience in the back. Now, the way to tell if this is done is you're going to take a small piece of it and you are going to basically taste it. So, excuse me for taking, yeah, and you just basically al dente. So if you don't want to taste it, you could actually take your finger and kind of push it like that. And if it breaks up easily with your finger, then it should be okay. My mask is falling off. Yeah, it's al dente. It is at the lower level of being done. Excuse me, guys. So, gosh, so this is fine. You remember you want to always cook it al dente. It's the same thing when I told you about cooking the baking cookies. You take them out just a little bit underdone because they're going to continue to cook. Now, you want to drain them but not rinse them. So I can pull them out with my tongs. If you have the bigger noodles like this, but if you were doing something like the smaller noodles, like elbow noodles, you couldn't do that. Now the other thing you want to do, I have them some pulled out. I also want to get a cup of water, of the pasta water, because remember what we said before, we will use it for the sauce, or you use it to toss them in if they get sticky. So I'll put that aside, turn this off, and now I'm going to finish draining them in a sink.
You're not in the camera, Miss Kelsey.
That's okay. I just drained them in the sink. Yeah, I need a camera, don't I?
I can help you.
Now, you don't rinse them because rinsing them will rinse off the starch and it makes them sticky. The only thing is, because I'm not going to use these right away, it's going to be about an hour before I actually put them in a sauce. I need to rinse them just a little bit because they will keep cooking. That's the only time you rinse pasta. And I'm not even rinsing them a lot. I'm just rinsing them enough to stop the cooking process. I'm actually going to put them back in the pot. And I am going to take this cup of water that I took from cooking them, take my tongs, I'm going to toss them a few times, and now when I go to use them like in an hour, they won't be all stuck together. See? So we'll let them sit here. I'm going to clean up my mess, and I'll be back. My lovely audience, I am back, and I'm going to make the sauce for the sesame noodles. We're going to take a little pot, and we're basically going to start adding everything to it. And I did not mince piece this too much. I do have the garlic and the green onions already cut. So basically, I have my noodles, my linguine cooked. So in this one, I am going to start putting the ingredient oil. If you want to do this at home, I really think any of the lighter oils will work. This just happens to be the one they call for, so I'll do it. Any of the light oils. So 6 tablespoons. The next thing I have to put in is my 6 cloves of garlic, which I will put right here. See my garlic? And I'm going to go ahead and put that in so it can cook a little bit. 6 cloves of garlic that I already minced. I'm going to put in, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm going to put in my 6 tablespoons of sugar. Yes, it is sweet. 6 tablespoons of sugar. Rice vinegar. Rice vinegar. 6 tablespoons of rice vinegar. 6 tablespoons of rice vinegar. The next thing I'm going to put on my list is 6 tablespoons of soy sauce. 6 tablespoons of soy sauce. The next thing is 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Tablespoons of sesame oil. Of chili sauce. I like the Thai chili sauce. It's a little bit not as spicy as the other one. Some of the other ones. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of that. And 1. And 2. Stir it in there. Let it stir. And you want to bring it just to a little simmer. And I'll pour it over my linguine that I cooked already. And I'm going to garnish it with sesame seeds. The main thing is you want to stir it until the garlic is softened a little bit and the sugar is dissolved. I am now going to put my green onion in there. I'm going to turn it off. And my green onion that fill everywhere. my tin of sesame. And then I'm going to put it on my pasta. And I'll be right there, get my pasta over here. I'm gonna pour this over it. Just like that. And then I'm gonna stir, stir, stir. So it's coated. And it's yummy, yummy, yummy.